Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we will talk about uh, what language you should learn at first when you are starting learning how to code. Coding requires knowledge of at least one coding language, a set of syntax and rules that computers can understand. There are hundreds of coding languages, each one unique in its purpose and what it can do, but some languages are easier to learn than others. These are best to start with since they are the fastest way to learn the fundamental of programming. Here are some languages widely considered suitable for beginners coders. I recommend getting comfortable with just one language that aligns with your goals, then explore other if you feel inclined. Don't worry, you're about choosing from wrong ones though. These languages share underlying concepts, so you can start with one and switch to another if you need. The first one is HTML and CSS. Hypertext make markup language, or HTML, is a fundamental of the internet. It's used to set the content of web pages. When you load a web page, typically what you see in the HTML document rendered by the browser. If you are unsure whether coding is your thing, HTML is the easiest language to sample. This is because HTML isn't technically a programming language. It doesn't execute scripts, and you can build functional programs with it. Still, HTML is everywhere online. So if you want to understand the internet, you will first need to understand HTML. You might be less familiar with HTML's siblings, language CSS. HTML handles what content appears on web page, but doesn't affect how to content appears. This is where cascading style sheet, or CSS, comes in. The CSS language handles the styling of HTML. It sets features like color, sizing, fonts, and even entire page layouts. CSS is also not a programming language. It is a set of rules applied to HTML. HTML and CSS are almost always used together, so I recommend learning both. Otherwise, your web pages will look rather plain. HTML and CSS are easily to learn largely because they don't require you to think, though the computational logic of programming language learning. HTML and CSS can also feel less abstract than other language, since you see the result of your code quickly. Simply create. Point HTML file and open it in your browser, or open an exciting website and your inspect tool to pick at the underlying code. This makes it possible to learn two languages you use every day. The second one is JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language that turns uh, static web pages into dynamic one. Then it enables elements to do things like move, react, to use actions like clicks, and handle any operation beyond simply exciting on the page. If you are interested in web development and already have been for HTML and CSS. JavaScript is the next step. Together, these three languages make up the majority of web content you see, plus JavaScript code can be easily tested in your browser. Python is a very popular programming language for beginners because of its user-friendly syntax versatility. Uh, Much of Python code reads like English, which helps beginner better quickly grasp fundamental concepts of like functions. People also has many code libraries, groups, pre-built functions that you can plug into your code instead of writing them out yourself. With Python, you can build many different types of programs and many introductory courses base their project in this language. With this language, it's very easy to uh, do your routine more simple. The third one is C and C++. C is another popular choice for introductory courses. It's worthier than Python and often requires beginners to write more code to achieve the same thing. This is more work but useful for understanding abstract concepts. We see you will learn skills that can be easily applied to the other more succinct language. C++ is a successor to C, C++ syntax is similar to C with the addition of objects, a powerful variable type that makes programming a sophisticated application easier. I recommend beginners with C, thus in there are fewer concepts to learn, all of can be mapped to C++. Java. Java, not to be confused with JavaScript, is a general-purpose, object-oriented programming language, like Python. Java syntax is easily to read and understand by human programmers. Often complex tasks can be handled by one command. Java is popularly implemented in Android mobile application, and it's another great mm, base language with principles that can be intuitively applied to learning other languages. Thanks to the internet, there has never been a better time to learn to code. Unfortunately, this sheer volume of options can stall some new coders before they even begin. In this, so uh, today we talk about the programming languages, which is the best to start at the start. So, see you in the next videos. Bye.